the KX News Storm Team.
Hey everyone, I'm Maisie. Hey Uncle Tom, what's the weather?
Yeah, I was in Portland for vacation, just got back a couple of days ago and ran into my niece, right? We were out doing a little Christmas shopping, and, you know, since she has a YouTube channel, I thought I'd put her on our channel. Easy, thank you. Now it's 8 o'clock there. I know she's watching online, so you can go to bed now, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the weather headlines. Here's what you need to know. It looks like decent weather for the next few days. Snow begins at some point Monday. It does still appear to be a high impact storm, and it looks like heavy wet snow. So looking at the weather cam in downtown Bismarck, it's 1 degree below, but it feels like 14 below zero, simply with a 7-mile-an-hour wind. But it looks pretty nice in Bismarck right now. Looks nice in Minot as well, 7, but there's no wind, so there's no wind chill. Looking at other temperatures across western North Dakota, most everybody in the single digits. Now Dickinson a little bit less cold than that, but Bismarck has gone below zero right now. Linton at 4 below, and odds are increasing for a major storm with heavy wet snow possible. That's from the data through this afternoon. The weather balloons went up at 7 o'clock tonight from the National Weather Service. We may have information even that changes this tomorrow, but as of right now, this is what we're using for data. Winds will create hazardous travel likely on Tuesday at some point. Tuesday night looks to be the worst of the weather, at least as of right now, and then it'll probably snow most of the day on Wednesday, possibly have some light snow on Thursday, but with the wind, we're going to have travel problems, and it does still look like a fairly long duration storm. So here's one forecast model, the European model, and just kind of remember that these green arrows, that's just really a pipeline of Gulf moisture right into North Dakota to work with. And so Monday morning at 7 o'clock, looks like no snow in the morning, but by afternoon or night, maybe a little bit of snow. The timing may change a little bit. But still, Monday night, we still have Gulf moisture getting pulled right up into North Dakota. Tuesday morning, we're still hooked up to the Gulf. That's like having a gas tank that just you leave the hose in at the gas station. It just keeps filling it up. We're going to have plenty of moisture to work with. So the big thing is, what is the track of the storm going to be? Because the storm is still out in the Pacific. It's not even going to begin to impact the western part of the country until Saturday. And so by Sunday, then a storm is likely going to be developing around Colorado and start working its way east. So things could change a lot. Now there is going to be a storm. It's just what is the track going to be? And then by Tuesday evening, this information is still showing Gulf moisture still here. So that means we have the potential for heavy snow. Wednesday morning, we still have Gulf moisture, lots of ice bars. That means wind, windy weather. We're probably going to be cut off by Wednesday night from the Gulf moisture. Now, I also want to point out, this is several days away, and I just saw one of the major forecast models is starting to update that is trending to bring the storm a little bit further south, which would be good news. But that's only one out of about 20. So it's really going to be a couple of more days before we have a little more confidence. Well, you have confidence there's going to be a storm. It's just how bad is it going to impact North Dakota? At this point, with the data we have, it looks like a fairly big deal. So looking at the Bismarck 7-day forecast, check this out. Decent weather all the way through the weekend. And then here comes that storm next week, maybe some heavy snow. And same thing for Minot. It looks like decent weekend. So good time to make sure you have gas in the snowblower. And I know it sounds dramatic, watch the weather tomorrow night. If it still looks bad, then maybe over the weekend go to the grocery store and, kind of make sure you have, enough milk and stuff like that. But as of right now, it looks like the next 3 days, Brooke and Nicholas, weather should be pretty decent.
You got to go to the grocery store. You got to make Kiara's recipe.
That's true. We have to pick up all those
Got
ingredients.
Good point.
Unless she wants to make it for us and drop it by.
Cocktail, too, wouldn't be bad. Tom, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports.